everyone. Welcome to Success Stories Talk Show Season 2, presented by Trident Communications in association with World Humanitarian Foundation. I'm Alka, your host for today, and as our guest for today, we have Mukul Choudhary ji. She is a politician and social worker. So let's talk about her journey of success now that she is here present with us on our episode for today. So hello Mukul ji, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Alka?
I'm doing great too. First of all, thank you so much for taking out some time for this episode and welcome to our show.
Thank you. Pleasure is all mine.
So, Mukulji, you are the wife of IPS Pankaj Choudhary ji, and that is how a lot of people know you. So, what was the reason that you went to politics?
I would like to start it with a quote, a famous quote of Mahatma Gandhi ji: "Be the change you want to see in others." Until unless you don't portray yourself, what other changes you want to see in the society, what's going on with the common person, you cannot connect yourself to the problems of others. You cannot pursue the things you really want to achieve in your life and you really want to do in your life. So that was one very big reason, as you very well said, people know me as a wife of Pankaj Chaudhary IPS. So from that wife of Pankaj Chaudhary, that means a person who stands for his and known for his integrity, who is known for his honesty, who is known for his dedication, serving the people and serving to the lowest unit. So that's how my journey started, from a very small thing as a wife of an IPS officer to a politician.
So, you are a politician, right? And your husband is an IPS officer. So, are there times when you guys want to get into each other's profession, but then you think that, oh no, this might not be a very good idea?
Like that, actually, how it started, Pankaj wanted to do his work in his own way. And people say that they feel they started harassing him or harassing his family. But for us, it was typically like a challenge to advance the thing for the betterment of the society. We both of us were having a simple goal. Just we want to work good for the nation. We always want to serve the nation. Whenever a person enters into elite services like IAS or IPS or whenever he cracks the UPSC services, the agenda is very clear that the person wants to serve the nation. Once you start serving the nation, there are a lot of things which come into your long journey and your path. Some things, some people will support you, some people will come in front of you, but all around, if you see, it is a person's journey towards the nation. And I can very well say, for a person like Pankaj, it is nation first. As a family, we come second, and I keep on fighting about that. The family should also get time, but it is also when lot of challenges were coming in front of his life. So even I was affected with it. Even kids were affected. So that's how both the journeys of mine and Pankaj, they were interrelated and interconnected. And because of lot of challenges both of us were facing, uh, he was facing professionally and I was facing personally. That was one idea that took me into politics. And you can say I have entered into politics accidentally. It was nothing planned. It was nothing like I will join politics or I have an idea of going and coming into politics. Though my family is already a political family, my mother was ex-prime minister, so I was already seeing a background of politicians and political arena. But I was a simple housewife, looking ahead for a simple future, a simple life, serving people behind the curtain of Pankaj only, standing strong and giving him support. So it was like how an honest officer is standing and a wife is supporting him to be honest and strong and straight and to serve the people and serve the nation. So it was never like this that we had a thought that we will be entering into politics and then the things will be mixing up, or it was all accident.
So since you said that there were a lot of challenges, would you like to list some of the challenges that you faced in this journey?
See, I would say starting from his career, the moment his career started into IPS services, he got the cadre Rajasthan. Then he was trying to give all the benefits to the lowest people, but somehow when you start a journey and you take a stand, some people are comfortable with it, some people are not. Some people are like those who are not on the path you started and you have chosen that I want to be onto this path, I want to serve the nation, I want to be uh, doing good for what reason I was there in the services. And suddenly you found that, oh my God, lot of people are there who want, how can you go and choose this path when 95% of the crowd is going on this path and you are choosing this one? So you are mentally very much prepared that I'm not choosing the path which is smooth, which is easy, and lot of people are on the same side and they want you to be there. So they will try all their malpractices, all their stubbornness, all their efforts to take you on the wrong path, because you will always see there are very less people on the journey when you are on the right path. And the path, when you are on the right path, it is very neat, it is very clean, and it is with very less people. So Pankajji was on that path where hardly very few people, I would say I'm lucky and feel proud of saying that very few rarest IPS officers in Rajasthan cadre were moving on that path. So uh, ultimately, this was giving lot of stress to the people. Think we have taken stress. We were not in stress. The people who were not comfortable with the practices and the straight forwardness of Pankajji, they were into stress and they were feeling problem because of Pankajji. So that was all how it all started with small, some charge sheets, then suspension, then APO, then ultimately dismissal. So I would like to talk with those fellows. You targeted him with everything. You tried your Brahmastra also, the dismissal with us. But now we want to say, facing all the odds, all the challenges, all the ups and downs of life, we are still the same. With what we started, we still wanted to, we at that time also, we wanted to be honest. We wanted to serve the nation. We were very clear with our paths, our aims and our goals. Today also we are standing on the same. And I can understand it would be difficult for the person and the people, those who were against us. Because despite you did all the rough things with us, we are still the same. We are happy. We are comfortable. And now the things and goals are even more clearer and the prospects are much more broader. I was not there in the picture. Even I am also there in the picture now. 1 and 1, we are 111. First, he was just only one. I was in the back shadow. Now we are 1 and 1. We are 111. So, like I would say, it is very small thing. When, as a wife, I would share with the people something which shattered me actually in this whole journey. When the dismissal letter was about to be provided to my husband, one of our DG, I would like to name, his name is Mr. Kapil Garg. What he did, he got that letter. We were in Somnath when this dismissal order was out, and we were traveling from Somnath to Jaipur. Then it was like we will move. It will take around 12 to 14 hours to come down from Somnath to Jaipur, and they were aware. We were also aware that it is not we are behaving childish or kiddish that you will deny the dismissal order. What he did, he portrayed a dismissal order on the gate outside our house or bungalow, that and all the media people are there and just clicking and pictures. I would really like to know mentality of such a sadist DGP, such a negative mindset IPS officer. Uh, uh, is an IPS officer going to deny take his own dismissal letter? Is it very much necessary till you will not create a hype? This we have, cause you are very honest. You have to pay for your honesty and let there be a very high voltage melodrama on the gate of the entrance gate that yes, this is your dismissal order and now you should feel what is our power. You are being dismissed. And when I was standing and looking at the first, I smiled and all the those I would say stupid. First, I smiled on the UPSC who selected those kind of negative, most sadist IPS sort of officers, and at DG rank, you can call an officer, ki, see, this is your dismissal order, and I'm sorry about it, or whatsoever the things. If you're not even sorry that a person is, we are not expecting a sorry. But all this melodrama, it was not expected from a DGP of that time. And when then I decided that this is, if you are onto that much degradation, you want to humiliate an officer who is just standing for his own right causes and for the right causes of the society, then we will not be humiliated. We'll make you humiliate one day. And things will come in front of the society. And whatever you did, that was creating a sympathy for Pankaj and me in the society. You tried to harass us, you tried to humiliate us. But in what if you see from the perspective of the people and the common man, they were saying, what type of fool person he is, who is doing so small. It is a very little thing. But I was like, then I said, okay, let the time will change, and there will be some posters of the you people also. Then when I came out and I started up speaking politically, then these department people and the senior IPS officials and IAS officers were shattered. You say Pankaj cannot speak because he is into belt. You are into discipline. You will not speak. You cannot talk. It is, if you speak a single line against it, that is against discipline. You cannot go out of it. You are into the elite class IPS officer. You have cracked UPSC. But behind the curtain of discipline, behind the curtain of that belt, and you want to crush the fellow like anything because he is doing right. He is taking a stand, and then you say, if you take a stand, you'll not be having a career. And if you want a career, you cannot take stand for the society. So we took stand. We didn't thought about the career. And now the career is also blooming. We are rocking back in the uniform also. And I have even a great, strong political career. And I have no belts around me. Now I am a strong politician. I can speak on their faces. And they cannot speak in front of me now when I speak. So this is God's blessing, what we have achieved out of this big, tough, struggling battle.
All right. So that has been a long journey there. So in this long journey with full of challenges and struggles, who has been your biggest support and inspiration?
My husband, and of course, God. The biggest asset, I think, it would be God. I believe totally in this. See, when all the governments were working against us and corrupt officers were there behind Pankaj, then a moment was there when first we were struggling in CAT, then at High Court, then Supreme Court. The biggest strength was God. And you see, all the cases were decided in a very short span of time, and judiciary was working like a miracle. You say justice delayed is justice denied. But in our case, it was justice was being delivered, and delivered very strongly, and to keep the morale up for a honest IPS officer and for his own family also. It was a sheer proud moment when we won the case in High Court, when we won the case in Supreme Court. I really want to thank on this platform to the honorable, all the justices who are heading our case in High Court, in CAT, and in Supreme Court. Especially, I really want to thank God and the justices. They were really like God to us. Those who are like, no, 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 to all the big goons who are standing against us, who are standing against Pankaj. And somewhere I think God was making a path for us, that these people were trying their level best, so that we reach another letter, another High Court, Supreme Court so fast. Otherwise, it takes Alka years and years to fight in the courts and to get your hearings and to get your decision done, and to a fair decision for the society, for the nation, for everyone.
All right. Let's talk about your NGO now. So since you have an NGO, so how is your NGO helping people out there, and what are some of the things that you have done recently? Please tell us about.
Right now, I'm finished up with my law. I have taken a degree of law. So I'm now pursuing it on to, recently for 2 years, I was working on my husband's own case, our own case, in the High Court also, Supreme Court also, and this is how much the diamond I can become in struggling with all these things. So all those finishing has given me a very good touch. We will be fighting the case for the poor people and for the people, women's, from the those who cannot afford into this thing. We will be taking our NGO in the same arena only. We will be giving them free benefits of legal side, uh, and all the things what we can deliver them regarding judiciary and judicial services.
Okay, legal aids for the underprivileged.
So, right now, yeah.
All
And
right.
as want, our NGO will be further working on the education facilities also. Like Pankaj is teaching lot of kids free of cost regarding UPSC. So it is his field. He gives free of cost guidance for the interviews of UPSC, judiciary services, RAS services, RPSC also. So under this thing, we'll be taking it further ahead. Our NGO will be taking further ahead for the one line would be for the education thing regarding women's, regarding girls, and regarding underprivileged kids who cannot afford coaching facilities, regarding interviews or the UPSC or the RPSC or any state services and judiciary services. And regarding my arena, I would take it further ahead for the women's. My NGO will be working for the legal benefits of the underprivileged women's and the other persons or poor fellows of the societies.
All right.
Legal
So
facilities are
are you getting any kind of support from the government for this NGO, or are there some people who are helping you with this?
a lot of people have come up to help our and I would not say if it's not government which is not helping. I haven't asked any help from the government to support. And right now we are working at our own. If at any span of time we will feel like that we really need some help from the government, we would really connect to the government. Right now, I don't feel like as Pankaj is just back and he has just recently got reinstated. So now we are just streamlining it up, how to go about the high courts, how to go about Supreme Court, and to the lower courts also. So we are just working on it, how to streamline all these small things at our NGO level.
All right. So, ma'am, what are your views about the youth of today?
Youth, see, I think youth is going to do everything very much well if they get a good direction. And if they get a better direction, they get good role models and ideal role models, they will definitely get a direction where they can take the country onto such big heights where we really see India down the line after 50 years or down the line after 100 years. So youth is right now also, it is how you channelize the energy of the youth. If you are going to channelize the energy of the youth in the correct direction, you will find the country and youth both on the right path. But if these things right now, lot of people, when I see lot of youth coming to Pankaj and say, "Sir, we want to achieve this thing," and how to go about it. It is the path which they don't know, which is the path they have an aim. See, I want to be an IAS. I want to be an IPS, but they don't know how to go about it. And then they think, see, what people think after becoming an IAS, IPS, the life is so easy. The life is so cool. The life is so smooth. If you ask these questions to us, the mains, people think the struggle ends when you become a civil servant. But actual struggle start once you enter these elite services. The real better starts only when you enter. People think once you enter, everything is, you have achieved everything. No, the success and the journey starts only. It is a very small thing when you are entering the path and going to that society. Once you become a member of that elite services, the real game, the real journey, the real struggle, the real stress, the real trauma, everything starts with it. So for youth, I would really say, be strong, be dedicated, be tough, and your aim should be clear. And one thing what I learned from Pankaji, this I will do, this is I will never do. So once you'll be having this thing clear, this I will do, this I will never do, you will be always successful and you'll be always happy and motivated.
All right. I hope all the people, all the viewers who are watching this episode, they keep that in mind. So, Mukulji, are there any regrets that you have, because you wanted to do something and there was not enough time to complete that. So, and you couldn't do it because of the time constraints. So, are there any regrets like that?
There are no regrets in life, Alka. And sometimes I think I enter politics and this serving the people late. This one thing I feel, because I would have entered into, I was working for the people behind the curtain of Pankajji. I was making, as a wife, I was making him strong. Of course, my kids are even so small, so I was taking care of my kids. And I was standing like a rock and a mountain behind Pankajji. But I think I would have taken this stand entering into politics, entering into NGO life, entering to serve people directly rather than being a shadow of Pankaj. This one thing I feel I would have started it. I think 15 years late. I'm 15 years late coming into this field. I would have started it 15 years before. But previously, I did MBA finance, and I was working with few companies when I was not married. So it's not like that. But still, regarding all the struggles, what we have done, I have no regret about it. I am more motivated. I'm more stronger, and I'm much a better person than when what I was before.
All right. So, ma'am, you guys are a working power couple. So, how do you balance your personal and professional life?
Honestly speaking, for the 2 years when we were going through our dismissal, we enjoyed that time like anything. In the past lot of years, he has never ever given us time. He was busy with his own work. Then in these 2 years, when he was out of the elite service, though he was missing his uniform and he was working for the mass of the people also, he was giving us a lot of time also. That these 2 years, honestly, putting it up, Alka, we enjoyed the bestest of time regarding our lots of cases. We wandered to lot of places, and he was out of uniform, we were able to connect to people more smoothly rather than, as you said, power couple. When we were out of the service, of course, when you are into service, lot of people are not connected to you. It is not so very much easy, though it is easy in the case of Pankaj because he get connect to each and every person. And but when you are into services, you are not able to get connected with common mass. When we were working on political grounds, we were able to connect to the common masses more closely. We were able to understand their problems more clearly. What we were not able to, like what Alka wants to speak to me, I can hear it more closely rather than I want to hear it from those four distant forums. Madam, this is my problem. This is why I want to speak. So this one thing, when we came as power couple, things are much more crystal clear, and we are able to serve people even more better and in a much better.
All right. So, since you have already shared a lot, what is your personal life mantra? How do you keep yourself encouraged and motivated?
Like I started with my interview, be the change you want to see in others. So I always follow into on that thing that yes, if you are, things will come up, things will go. I would like to give a small example of our honorable prime minister, from where he started his life and where he has reached. So if I compare my journey with others, if I will look onto the journeys of others, I would always find myself more motivated, more happier, more stronger, and always with a positive note in my life. So it is one thing, both of us, Pankaj and me, and when you are serving others, I honestly say you will always feel happy about it. You need not to worry. God will take care of all other things. When you're working and helping others, you are on the right path. Everything will be taken care by the God. So I would like to say a small thing. See, when all these things were started, Alka, there was one decision which was being given in the favor of our honorable Prime Minister, Manniya Modi ji. And see how small things explode into big things. And due to that decision, a lot of things, I would say wonderful and happy things happened into the life of our honorable Prime Minister. It was a political thing, a decision which was being made by my father while he was into his service. And the one governor, Madam Kamlaji, she was being removed from Gujarat. And the new governor came over there, and then our honorable Prime Minister, he became Prime Minister from Chief Minister of Gujarat. Now, this one thing caused this one intermiddle layer, Kamlaji was being removed. This was one thing which was very much aggrieved for other people. I would like to take the name of Madam Vasundhara Raje. She was like, how this thing could happen. There was no role of mine, there was no role of Pankaji, but she was so much aggrieved with this one thing, that how some family could help our honorable Prime Minister. And just to take that one revenge, she just tried to make all I think, reach the extreme limits of her life. She forgot that IPS officer is having kids or is having a wife, life also, and his job is everything to him. And where Pankaji was not at all connected. At that stage, when it is like, if tomorrow, if I see at the place myself, if I see as a chief minister, I would definitely look at on the personal humanitarian grounds, just not behaving like a person that who want to be just cruel. I can never be a cruel woman. Madam Raje was a very cruel woman in terms of our Pankaji's case, I would say. And if you cannot fight with Modi ji, that doesn't mean you can target somebody else who is somewhere being indirectly helpful into the journey of the honorable Prime Minister. And if you think that it was, I think she thinks that it was her biggest dream to be the Prime Minister of India, and like me and my family has intermittent between, and we have shattered our dream. Not too many people must be having a dream to become the Prime Minister of India.
So Mukulji, that was all about your journey. And now that we are heading towards the end of today's episode, and the name of our show is Success Stories. So if you have to define success, what would be the definition?
It's always your honesty, it's your integrity, your hard work, your dedication, and your happiness index, and just always have deep, strong, and blind belief and faith in God. And you will reach wherever you wish to be, whatever journey might be, but you will definitely get your aim. Live life king size, and you will always be living like a king size only.
All right. So thank you so much, Mukulji, for your time for this episode of Success Stories. And thank you so much for sharing all your views and opinions with the audience.
Yeah, thank you so very much, Alka. Pleasure is all mine.
All right. And thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this episode of Success Stories. For more such stories, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any notifications. We air a new episode every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So until the next one airs up, just stay tuned, take care, stay safe. Bye-bye.
Jai Hind.